9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Welcome, everyone. Hi.
So we talked about doing it at the last big get together.
Mm-hmm.
And since our next big get together is going to be the conference.
Right.
There's going to be a photo booth for everybody. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave it at that, but there will be a photo booth for everybody.
Why would you do that to people?
Blackmail.
Yeah.
Red circles. I don't know.
If I don't have the photo booth with a red circle around me right there, you didn't get it.
That's right. Red circles for you. You know, because those photo booths where they have like the little signs you can hang up or the party glasses, we're going to have red circles.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
So I recommend for anybody out there, if you don't want it shown public and live, keep it PG.
Yeah, you might be careful.
Keep it PG.
Because we would never say anything to extort anything out of anybody. And we would never, ever hold anything over anyone's head at all.
No,
right.
No.
It just, and I just remember, God, my dog scared the shit out of me. Oh my God.
I'm glad we're not on the Blondes channel on this one. I think she had an expletive there that we didn't quite catch, didn't you?
Hold on, come here. Hold on.
I'm looking out for you.
There he is.
Oh, why you scared that poor baby?
He came in here, and I swear to God, he went to tackle me and scare me because I didn't hear him coming. Normally, he sounds like a herd of cattle coming.
He's perfected.
I think I scared him a little. I'm sorry. Here, take him. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, everybody. Oh, and by the way, your cat's meowing outside, just to let them know. Yeah.
It's okay. Could be worse. You could have my cat. My cat will just open the door and come on in.
Yeah, because I didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden I feel somebody hit my leg. I was like, wait, whoa. Was not ready for that.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
That's definitely a soundbite.
Yeah. Well, I've been sitting here going through a lot of stuff today. Like I was clearing off my DVR and stuff because I'm getting ready to I got to take my stuff and set up for a pre-investigation tomorrow on the way home and this lady's house and see if I'm actually going to see anything or not. But yeah, I was going through stuff and I started looking at some of the Mineola stuff again. And I'm like, oh, I got to sit down and play with that one. Oh, I need to look at that one a little bit closer. Oh, I need to look at that. So
really
getting it all off of there is like pulling teeth because this old DVR system I got uses stuff that was, high tech. I don't know, 20 years ago or so.
It's not tech in the 80s.
Yeah, it could do, some powerful stuff, but the way it was designed and, you buy the cheapies. Well, my daughter gave it to me. It wasn't really a cheapie. But these DVRs, it depends on the codecs they use, and if they use the wrong codecs, guess what Windows 11 does not like? The codecs from a lot of those daggum older systems. So I'm like,
Right.
oh boy. So that means, guess what? I have to get it, try and get it onto the computer, and then have to ship it to an MP4 so I can actually watch it, which you know as well as I do. Something is liable to get missed in there when I start converting. So we're going to cross fingers and
Yeah, hopefully.
so, but
Ooh.
anyway, so that's going to be interesting in the next week or so. I'll maybe have something to look at. I'm going to leave it set up at the lady's place for about a week, and then I'll go through and kind of look at everything and see if I happen to see anything that we need to work with, type thing. So
Right. You know, sometimes, again, you know, I talk about investigating being like watching paint dry,
oh
because
yeah,
you know, if it is just quiet, you're just sitting there. And you know, evidence can be the same way. I mean, you could
yeah,
look through hours and hours and hours and find nothing.
exactly. And hopefully you
Yeah.
don't fall asleep with just the one thing that was there.
Right. You know,
It's
and
hard.
then
It's really hard.
yeah, then I find evidence and I'm like, can I explain that? Can I recreate that? And then you start
Yeah.
mulling it over. Can I do this?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah, definitely. So now
I
that
wonder
we've
how many red circles you'd find at the bunny ranch. Just saying.
let me think. Probably don't want any because I've seen some of the guys going in there, and yeah, no, that's the only reason they're there, because nothing else is going to happen for them.
Right.
And y'all can yell at me about it. I got a face only radio could love. Okay,
Hey, I'm with you, man.
so. Well, you know, last time we were here, we had a Red Circle Sunday, and it was, you know, the next week turned out. We knew it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I was like sitting there on Friday. I was like, "Am I stupid? What am I doing? I'm not going to go try and put a show on Super Bowl Sunday. I want to watch the commercials. I don't care about the game. I didn't give it, you know what, about the game. I wanted to watch the commercials. So now I'm going to ask you: did you watch the commercials?
I didn't watch any of it.
No, me either. I didn't even turn it on.
I didn't. You know, living in Missouri, I could just wait till the next day and hear it blow by blow, you know, because everybody in Missouri was watching that game. You know that for sure.
Yeah. Well, I didn't care about the game. I literally would do chores during the game, and I would stop so I could watch the commercials, so I could keep. And those of you who follow me on Facebook or we're out on Facebook know I gave a blow by blow on all of them, and it was interesting. A few of them were really interesting.
I don't think I watched a single play, or a single commercial, or a single minute of a halftime show.
Nah, I didn't watch that either. So
Oh, I turned it on. And I watched the kickoff, and that was it. I said,
well, you know,
that's enough.
there is a thing out on Facebook now, a little video that shows the highlights of the Super Bowl for the Chiefs highlights. It shows the coin toss and it cuts out. It was not a pretty game all the way around. And Nemo, yeah, no, I wasn't wanting no wardrobe malfunction from anybody that was in that halftime show. Okay.
Oh no. Of course, they were fully dressed, from what I understood.
Yeah. But there was a protester.
New. That's new for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we had a protester. He went out with a flag. I think they pretty much corralled him and got him out of there before everything. I saw the video the next day or some crap, and I was like,
"Yeah, gotta have at least one of those."
Yeah, what, dude? You're lucky you didn't get shot out there. What the heck?
Right. But you know, I'm thinking about the last week to this week, and I mean, we had snow this morning. Well, it was more like sleet. It looked like snow from a distance till you got up on it. And they're calling for more snow and these temperatures dipping into the negatives. And I'm like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we've already had 2 fake springs, so
I know.
You know, Groundhog tried to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Groundhog tried to tell everybody.
He did.
But I think he tells the same story every year.
Well, it's going to be 29. Now, it's going to be 29 here tonight.
Yep.
And then Monday night, it's going to be a low of 45.
Yeah, with the high in
And
the
then
50s.
Tuesday, it's 52. And then Tuesday night, it's 17 with a high of 31 on Wednesday and low of 15 on Wednesday night. What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Everything just seems a little bit bipolar at the moment. I have no idea. Hang on, I'm pulling up what I'm gonna have, and you're gonna be amazed. Because normally, what you get, I get a couple days later where I live. You know, it just kind of goes like that. But that is not the case. What it says tonight is going to be a low of 19. Tomorrow night, 21. The next night, 10. The next night, -1. Then we have 4. Then we have 15, 18, 30. And then by next Monday, we're going to have 50-degree weather again.
And hopefully,
last
we
week it
weathered
was
the last of it.
87 here.
Yeah.
87.
Last Saturday to be exact. He made it.
Here
he
it
showed
comes.
up.
Yeah, I just heard you guys bantering about the snow. I just shoveled about 4 inches, and by the time I get out of here, I'll be shoveling again. It's crazy. We got like 18 inches in 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's like 21 degrees, and now the snow is getting like, hard.
Yeah.
Hard to shovel. I had to power through it. It was almost like a workout.
I think the weather just needs its own red circle.
Yeah.
Man, it's a shame you don't have a snowblower there, BMR.
It is a shame, Tex. My dumbass sold it 3 years ago.
I bet you can't buy it back for $100.
Yeah, I sure can. I just priced them. I'm not going to buy one now. $650 for the cheapest one.
Ooh, that snowplow?
No, it's a big ass Honda. So you can get the little
gotcha.
you get the little family one for like $299. And they ain't gonna cut it with this snow.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean,
better off with a shovel. It don't get to the ground.
Or a chisel.
Yeah, well, I won't be going nowhere for about 2 days because it's not supposed to get any warmer. It's gonna be like it's gonna be below freezing for the next 3 days.
See, and I've got a whole week of it. I got a whole week of negatives.
Just be positive, Brandi. Just be positive.
I know. I'm going to be. But that's always, I've got to remember to make sure my faucets are on, dripping pretty well all throughout the house, and that I've got the fire going and it's going to last all night. And, I get less sleep during these times of the year than I do any other time. And I'm like, come on, give me a break.
You have an actual wood stove or a pellet stove?
I got a pellet stove. Yeah, pellet stoves they're beautiful things. For number one, you don't have to worry about getting a ream of wood. You don't have to worry about lugging that crap inside. It's a clean burn. You don't have to tend it. Just pour the bag in, let it fly. And in my state, I don't know about other states, but in my state, it doesn't add anything to my insurance. Wood burning fireplaces add more to your insurance because you have to have insurance coverage. I do not. Yeah, all I got to do is just take a picture of the thing, say, this is what I have in my house, send it to them, and it didn't raise my insurance. So, thank goodness for little favors, because insurance is so high for anything today.
I feel you, Brandi. I feel for you. I tell you. Hello to everybody out in chat. I don't have my phone on me. I'm on my computer. I just wish Brandi didn't bring up faucet drip. We discussed that at length last night. I will move on.
I don't want to talk anymore about that.
Yeah. If you have any issues of what we're talking about right now, go back and watch The Bazaar with BMR. Last night.
The bizarre bunny ranch episode of BMR last night.
It was bizarre.
Lord,
yeah, and I missed the whole segment of that. I came in when we were finally getting serious about topics because I was on with Brent in Paranormal Portal last night, which was a fantastic show. There's another show you can go back and watch. It was fantastic. But yeah, I came in and it was fun, and then they tried to bring it up, and I guess some of it was very funny, but then I missed the whole thing, so I didn't. I'm blonde.
Yeah.
I didn't get all of it.
Well, the first like 20 or 30 minutes was hilarious, and then we got serious right around when you came on, actually. Well, it was about, I don't know. No, we went about 20 minutes of hilarity and hijinks. Then
after that fiasco of Donnie's show last night,
my
God.
it was that I felt for Donnie on that one. I hope he's out there. Donnie, I feel for you.
I did.
We're gonna have to have a repeat. We're gonna have to have another movie night. Of course, we love those movie nights.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for Donnie because I had to start my show, so I started mine like 20 minutes later just to be there and see what the second show was going to be, and then I had to run, and then the first 10 minutes, Brandi, Tex, you were there, was the audio issues. It was just kind of one for the record books.
Yeah, and finally we figured that out on Greg's side on that, but we took care of it, and we only did about half of the documentary, so we're gonna another day. So
no, we're gonna do part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna do part 2.
I can handle a part 2 for sure. Okay, so on with more chaos and mayhem.
Yeah,
what do we got this week, Brandi?
We got some more red circles, and I got a bunch of them that don't have no info. Red circles with no info. Red circles with no info. This one is just an old picture at a cemetery, quote unquote. Old picture. I cannot remember if we did this one last week or not because I had about 30 of them 2 weeks ago. I was like, we didn't hit that one. We didn't hit that one. We didn't hit that one. So I just grabbed. I can't remember if this one he got hit or not, though.
Nope.
Is that a nope?
Well,
we didn't hit it?
Or...
No, we didn't see that one. We didn't see the mummy last week. No.
Okay. All right. Making sure.
I mean, I can see it. I mean,
it's got a red circle around it. Of course you can see
even
it.
though it's relatively small. Well, I think I would have seen it without the red circle. I don't think they would have necessarily had to circle it.
It's more descriptive than the rest of the background, actually.
Yeah. Kind of blocks it out too, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's weird. That's pretty cool picture, though.
I'm impressed.
That's a cool picture. I'm not going to say that's paranormal.
No. Number one is they said it's old. I don't know how old it is. It looks almost like a very, very zoomed in night vision or black and white photo. Because as you can see the trees in the back, look at the pixelation and such. I hate to call it pixelation, but the blurred from being zoomed in so much. And it's probably a picture of a picture of a picture, So
and it could be. It's cool one though. I'm not going to call that paranormal.
The only thing I would ask about is if you honestly look past the circle and see that bottom of where it stops. It just abruptly stops. So
well, a shirt being tucked in jeans usually does that.
Well, yeah, but the only other thing is where's the jeans now?
Yeah, it looks like this picture has been manipulated to some degree.
Yeah, look how straight it is. That's the first thing called me. It's too blocky.
I think I'd just like to see the regular picture because I think this was Photoshop or inlaid in on this picture is what it looks like to me. Yeah, and a very bad job at that. But I mean, I'd like to have seen the original of that because that's a pretty cool picture regardless.
It is.
Yeah, it is a cool picture.
I don't believe it's paranormal.
Nope.
It almost looks like the top half is a statue placed on a stand. Is that with that bottom square?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That it almost like it's just a what do they call those things? The valets that the guys would hang their coat and put their hat on and such.
Yeah,
back in the old days.
But then the face is more real looking than the rest of the body. I don't know.
Yeah. The face is really realistic. I almost wouldn't call that pareidolia.
Yeah,
I would almost call that a person.
I don't think it's. I'm with you, Brandi. I don't think it's pareidolia at all. I think it's somebody hiding behind a tree. If it's at a cemetery, somebody was watching the funeral or something from a distance, and look, they got in a picture.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going with it.
And somebody zoomed in on it and said, "Oh, good Lord, what's that?"
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So, all right. So we're all of the same.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not paranormal. It isn't. It isn't.
you know, Donnie would argue with us on that just out of spite, right?
I know he would. I know he would, because he's always got something to say.
Nah.
Because he says
All right.
stuff.
Well, I see. Can you see the dog man down to the right of the guy? To his left, my right.
His left,
on
your right,
one tree,
right here.
One tree. Well, you got that tree right there next to him. Then you got the tree right there next. Whoop, you passed it. No, the other tree, one in the middle.
Right here.
Yeah, I see something looks doggish.
Yeah, see, right below your cursor,
Down here.
right above your cursor.
Yeah, right there. I
Right
see
here.
a nose
Right
and a
there.
hat to the left.
See, that's a dog man
Yeah,
standing right there.
You're seeing things. Okay.
Yeah. There's also a baby dog man in the far left corner, right at the very bottom.
That's a dog man materializing. He's cloaked and he's materializing out of that tree.
You know, Tex, me and my dumb self, I was looking for it. I was looking for it. You were saying it, and
we
I'm
were trying to
looking
make
for
it
it.
happen. Here, let
Yeah,
me zoom in closer.
Oh, now that you zoom in.
There it is, clear as day. Clear as day, right there.
Look, there's the eyeballs.
That's not what we're looking. That's not even what I'm looking at. I see something lower
I
left.
see the eyes. I see the mouth, the snout, and he's See, he's going down on all fours. See, because he's standing like this and looking like this.
Okay, who wound him up?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But me and my dumb self was looking for it. Okay.
Okay, we're going on. Moving on.
Moving on. Red Circle
We're
Sunday.
moving
Sunday.
And we're walking and we're walking. All right. Real angel in the children's family photo. I can't remember if we hit this one or not.
Oh, I see feet.
I do too.
I do too.
Gosh, I wish they wouldn't put these red circles on. Dang it.
Yeah.
And I didn't do this one.
Well, it is the
But
red.
it was in May of 63.
Wow. I don't know. I tell you what, if it weren't for the legs and feet, I would say no, but because of the blob above it's kind of like taking a formation, but the
Well,
legs and feet got me perplexed a little bit.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But look at their shadow. Is the shadow over the feet of this thing?
No, feet are over the shadow.
Over it.
The feet are over the shadow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Here,
I can't tell by the red circle.
And see,
Okay.
see what's kind of getting me is you can see. I'm gonna go with this is smoke because look right above your cursor, Randy.
Right.
See
here.
that
This
those
bit.
little light areas right there.
Like more wisps of smoke.
And there's a little more actually farther towards his hand that he's extending. There's
Right.
still some
it
if you
looks
look
like
real
he's holding a
close.
cigarette, but he's a young kid, so I don't know.
Well, it was 63.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
say it didn't hurt me in 83. What are you talking about?
Or could the person taking the picture be holding a cigarette? Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm going with smoke.
I can see that. I can see smoke.
I'm gonna
Because
go
it
with
was-
some kind of glare.
I can
If
see that
you-
as well. I mean, because that
Yeah,
could be
because
coming off the door.
Yeah, it's coming off the door, so I'm thinking maybe it could be that too.
Yeah, there's no doubt that I'm with Tex. So this really looks like smoke in that old picture there coming that
Yeah.
way.
That does. The only thing that I have about the smoke is that's such a big billowing amount of smoke.
Well, if you're holding
now
on to
look-
a cigarette and you've got this camera
In
and
your
you're
hand.
taking a picture with the camera, that smoke is
It would-
going right in front of the lens. So
But if
it's
you
going to
guys look-
appear.
And if you look really, yeah, I got you, Brandy. I understand. I can see too, though, if you look closely where that smoke is kind of like you can see through it. But then there's also like a long rectangular box perfectly squared off.
Right
which is
here.
weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird too.
I think you're seeing through that smoke there to the door behind it. I think that's what you're seeing right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, could be. Well, Boondock asked, why aren't they centered in the photo? Well, unfortunately, with a lot of the stuff that we find, they have cropped the photo to only include what they want you to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is probably, well, I mean, we got, just looking at where the date's at on here, provided that really is on the actual picture. This, we would have more out here, I think.
Yeah.
It looks a little off center to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
would more or less put them roughly centered.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
Pop
like it.
said the older kid is a junior police from his school or something.
What?
Is that because of the sash? Like a cadet
I guess
almost.
so.
Oh, okay.
Junior police, crossing guard, whatever, something.
And you got the other guy wearing a sash or something next to the little boy.
Yeah. So, I guess I mean, we could probably put both theories together, and it's the glare coming off the door and illuminating that smoke, if you will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could see that. I could easily see that. Because if it was let's just say an angelic being or something, you would think there would be maybe a little bit more of a substance behind it, I guess you might say, especially right here where we were talking about where it covers up the
Shadow.
shadow, that thing. Thank you. Good Lord. I went in a complete vapor lock there. Yeah, but that shadow, it covers it up. Now, to what you were saying, Brandi, obviously that could easily be 4 foot closer to the camera than what it portrays on here.
Right.
So
So what could be just a little puff of smoke ends up looking like a 6-foot person standing
Yeah.
there.
and we're saying complete mistaken identity.
So
Right.
you're saying it's probably an optical illusion.
Stop trying to speak.
You got it. Optical illusion. Yeah, I'm
Not
thinking
pixel.
that's it.
Yeah.
You sound a
Because
lot smoother, Tex.
Yeah, because there is a lot of sun out there. You can tell by the shadows and
Yeah.
how long they are that there's a
Yep.
lot of sun.
And it's either early morning or late in the afternoon, judging from the length of those shadows.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to guess because the kid has got his little sash thingy
Oh,
on
yeah.
that
They're
I'm going
heading
to
to
say it's
school.
first thing in the morning, maybe even the first day of school.
Yeah.
Hey, can
very
I-
well could be.
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Yeah.
You know those old black and white Polaroids that the old folks had before our time a little bit, right? They took out because my dad's
Yeah, the
They
one-
would take it out this way of the camera. Yes.
How would you take a photo that's not been printed? I mean, there's a way you can post that image into the computer now. Do they have to retake the picture? Since
You can scan them.
It was not put on the internet. You scan it then? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can scan them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's these things and they're you run the pictures through them. They're almost like a printer, but they're a scanner and they scan the photo digitally on our document or whatever have you onto your computer.
Oh, okay.
Wait. So you really have never heard of a scanner before?
I'm being very, very nice here, Randy. I really, really,
Well, I've heard of it.
I'm just asking him, honestly. I'm
Tex
really
never
asking.
heard of a Tex never heard of a scanner?
Do what?
Tex did not hear of a scanner. I know what a scanner is, but I didn't know you could scan
Oh, okay.
1972 pictures on it.
Oh, you
yeah,
can
you can
scan
scan
anything.
any picture. Any picture.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really know. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
be painful, but you could probably scan body parts.
Probably. Oh, probably.
That's for the 3D printer later. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
anyway, we're thinking mistaken identity on this one. Done. And because I don't like looking at that kid no more. He looks weird. Anyway, now we got dead dad behind boy on stairs. And yes, I do copy and paste these. This is exactly what is being said around them, okay? Or what is actually captioning these pictures.
All right, I'm looking at it. Okay, so you can clearly see the banister, the boy on the banister. And we're zooming in, and
I see a figure. I do see a head and a face. I'll give you that.
Yeah. And
I
possibly
see.
something down around this area here.
Maybe,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
I'm not Zoom in on that top part.
Where the face
Up
is.
towards his shoulder. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really see anything here.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking pareidolia myself.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
thinking, yeah, I mean, you can see it, but I would not classify that as maybe a manifestation of any sort. I'm thinking that Tex is right. It's pareidolia.
Taking your what I see, if you take your focus away from the body of the dude with the black shirt on,
Mm-hmm.
over,
Mhm.
I guess would be his right shoulders. What you guys are talking about, the apparent
Yeah.
head-looking face. Okay.
Right here.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't
there's
know. What does
another.
everybody think in chat? I mean, you know.
I thought maybe there was something down here. It looks like a little distortion right in this area too. I thought this one as well, but I think that's something from back behind the wall there, light or table or something back there that is causing this particular break right there. But this one right here is the one I was looking at as far as another possibility that might be part of the manifestation, but there's just
What is it?
nothing in
Yeah.
between. There's
No.
nothing at all.
To me, it looks like there is something in the ceiling. Maybe there is a something
be
that
a
isn't
water
quite
spout.
like the rest of the ceiling, and it's just enhanced by the photo.
Yeah. I think when you pull back like that and you look at it and you say, okay, we already know it's cropped because his head ain't there. So
Uh-huh.
it has been manipulated in some way, shape, or form. They even cropped it so much to take out the part of the red circle.
Right. Well, a little twisted in chat says, "Why is this pic even being taken?" Exactly my point.
I can't tell you that. I just go out and find them.
Well, I mean, why would you take a picture of somebody coming down the stairs?
Yeah.
There could be a million reasons, but I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, I've been often known to take dumb pictures of people when they're not looking, but maybe this is
Well,
the
yeah.
case. I don't
know.
Yeah, that's a good point though by Twisted.
I mean, that could be a water spot on the ceiling for all we know.
Yeah,
Right,
it very well could
exactly.
be.
Like I said,
It
there
could be.
is something there that it's not like the rest, and it's being enhanced by the photo and the way it was taken.
I was about to say,
'cause you ever understand where like you paint a wall and then you could look at it one way and it's fine, then you look at it another way and then you see spots in it. Like it'll be smoother or more porous than the rest of the wall, and and it really stands out. You can't really see it until you turn a different direction and look at it. This may be like, in fact, like that. It may have water damage. They try to repair it, and it's just now sticking out or something. I don't.
Yeah, they tried to paint over it and it bled through.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, just to give you a heads up, that shirt right there is not from the 60s. That's a relatively newer shirt. It's probably within the last 10 years, more than likely. Those shirts are all over Walmart. I've seen them 100 times, though.
Yeah. I've not seen them, but you just never know.
I wish I could read. Was it something love up there? I can't see what
Love,
there's peace.
They probably love
Peace, love. No, let's laugh, love, and peace.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe laugh, love, and peace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, Gary. They came back and they already left again.
Right. They just keep trying it out to figure out what happened.
You know what's really bad about this whole thing? I'm sitting there watching chat too at the same time, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, my gosh, all our people out there are really old because we're talking about Hogan's Heroes and Sergeant Schultz. Okay. So yeah. Oh, we need help. We need help. Oh Lord, we need help. Anyway. Okay.
Would y'all like to hear some fun analytics before we go to the next red circle?
Sure.
If I have to come over there and punch you, I'm gonna do it. You know that, right? I'm gonna pull this down while you do that.
The thing about it is, you brought up, you made the comment that, oh, everybody out there is really, really old.
No, I said we're showing her how old we are.
You said they are old. So
I would never tell anybody that.
I resemble that remark.
I'm older than you. Be quiet. Come to think of it, Rob's the youngest one out of this bunch, isn't he?
No.
No, I'm not
Me and
the
Rob are the same age.
yeah.
Oh,
Brandy's the
baby.
youngest one out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We're the
Now,
over
for everybody
50s,
else-
though. The over 50 club.
So
What's
here's how the analytics, the audience analytics on my channel breaks down.
Oh boy.
Right?
Wait.
Wait, yeah. Oh.
So 25 to 34 years old, 0.5%. Okay.
Wow, Tex. That's on your channel?
Yeah. 35 to 44 years old, 12.1%.
Yeah.
45 to 54 years old, 33.2%. 55 to 64 years old, 34.5%.
Them's my people.
65 plus, 19.7%.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I would say about 45 to 65 is my people. That's my tribe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, Tex, I have to look at mine before we move on.
Oh yeah, we got to hear. I need to hear Rob's. I got to hear Rob's now.
Here's my
I guarantee you, Rob's is right on par with mine. Guaranteed.
Okay, here we go. 13 to 17 years old, 1%. 18 to 24, 1%. 25 to 34, 3%. 35 to 44, 12.9. 45 to 54, 28.2. 55 to 64, 40.2. And 65 silver hairs are 15.8.
Well, I got to tell you this. I got to tell you this. You know, our chat room for, Truth or Tinfoil, they're all 23 and holding. Nobody's over to 23 in this chat room. Nobody.
We don't allow any old people in here, okay?
23 and holding. They have to even show ID before they arrive.
We start counting backwards at 29. So
yeah.
Everybody's 23 out there in the chat. Just hold with me, stand with me. We're sticking to that story.
You know, honestly, I sit there and think about it, listening to that whole thing with both of them doing that. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, the realm that we're in, the ghost hunters, the cryptid hunters, the investigators that are out there right now.
Yeah.
We're going to die off. And there's going to be nobody take our place.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, Freaky was asking, how do you find these analytics and statistics? And they are given to us through our YouTube studio. So they give us feedback and show us all kinds of stuff and see how we're doing in ratings and blah, blah, blah. And that is part of it. So,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So
it even tells us how many people have given the most hearts or comments, everything. We break it all down. We know who you are out there.
Yeah, Boondock says 39 and holding. No, I want to be 23 and holding because I want to be stupid enough to just do it once. You know what I mean? I want to have that mentality back.
Yeah, but I like being old enough where you just don't care either, though.
Yeah.
That 29 is right about there.
Yeah. That's right. All right, let's move on to our next picture. I'm ready.
Are you sure? I don't have a circle on this one. This one is actually this is actually a square.
Oh gosh.
Ghost at a wedding. And that's all it says. Ghost at a wedding. Okay, it's a rectangle, it ain't a square.
Well, I think I've seen this somewhere before.
And you may have.
Yeah.
You may have. I mean, there's no telling how far this has traveled.
Especially when I sit here and look at this and they're saying this is a wedding. Well, this is the first wedding I ever seen that had a crown in it, first of all.
This is like a coronation or something.
Exactly. It's a coronation. I don't know where they came up with this. I was sitting there looking at it the first time. I was like, well, I'm going to bring it up just out of spite because I really think somebody just took a picture of a coronation and messed with it, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, somebody's being crowned because those are debutantes at the very least.
We'll zoom in.
Princesses.
That's a big crown, too.
Yeah.
relatively young-looking women.
Now I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna do this later on. I'm gonna take this picture. I'm gonna go find any pictures I can find of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II and see if this matches up with any of it.
All right. Well, let's look at the square first.
Okay.
Or rectangle.
Looks like Jim Morrison.
Oh, I see. Right there. I see that picture. Yeah, I do see a dude with brown hair. I do.
I think it looks like leather Tuscadero, but okay.
See, there we go, dating ourselves again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look like somebody sitting there kind of head cocked a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Maybe they were hung, and that's when.
And then right below him is a little translucent looking weird ass body.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you see?
All
Brandi?
right, guys. This is absolutely 100% pareidolia. It's 100% pareidolia because I'm looking at it and it took me a few minutes to lock my brain into it. It's like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, now I see it.
See,
So-
for me, the first thing for me right off the bat, I saw the face. That's weird how your perception was different than mine, isn't that?
I saw the
all
white torso. That's what I saw first.
Mm-hmm. And I could see where you get that, but I'm thinking that I'm really leaning towards pareidolia with this one.
Now, listen, when I say I saw the face, Brandi, I don't think it's real myself. I think you're right. I just noticed a face, and then if you and you look at it, it's not real.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of artists out there that paint pictures within pictures. They're really cool to look at because if you really sit there and stare at them, other parts of the picture will start to appear to you that you won't see at first glance.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I know everybody's seen the old timey one. It's like if you have the picture this way, it looks like a young lady, and then if you flip it over, it looks like a witch. Have you ever seen that? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Like the old dolphin, that dolphin or goat or whatever it was, dolphin or donkey thing. Yeah.
I'm thinking, that this is kind of what's falling in. It's like you're finding something within it.
Yeah.
That's really what I'm seeing. But I mean, again, kind of weird, kind of spooky.
I'm really fascinated by the overall picture. Like, what era was this? Who are these
people? I know.
I really think it was early 50s. It really looks to me like it might have actually been a setup for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth at that time, because that would have been 52 at that time. And just what I see in the picture itself, everything kind of lends that way. You know what I mean?
Denise says it's Elvis.
Yeah, I saw that, Denise.
Hey, let me look. No, it looks more like Morrison. I'm sorry. It looks like more like Morrison.
Yeah. So if you're on any other listening platform where you can hear this as a podcast or anywhere else on our platforms that we have all over the place, hop on over to YouTube and give this show a check out, because you really need to see what we're looking at here. Some of these things are fantastic.
Well, and here's another thing on this one. Looking at it, that could easily be a reflection from something too.
Maybe.
Which would be why it would be obscuring that little bit of flowers right there, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a reflection coming from somewhere. So, but we are pretty much all the same. Yeah, it's not an actual apparition.
No, I 100% this is pareidolia.
Yeah. Twisted, I'm sorry, but if you ever say Yoko Ono again, we're gonna have to ban you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Can you tell my feelings on that subject?
How do you get banned on the Truth or Tinfoil show? Just say that name. Just say it.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. What was my next one? Because I was looking at them here a minute ago. Where are you at? Come back. There it is. All right. This one's a little bit different. I got no info on it, but it's one of those car pictures that we see a lot with the reflections in the cars and the car windows and such. But I had never seen this one before.
Oh.
And it's the only reason I grabbed it, because I had never seen it before, and I don't know. There was no actual description of it or anything like that. And the more I looked at it, I'm like, I can't completely. I can explain some of it away. Oh no! See, there we go. Twist is being mean now. They're just being mean now. No, that one never broke my heart. Trust me. It might have broke Chuck Berry's eardrums if you see the video, but
Oh no, NAC. I hope it's not another power outage. We'll be praying for you. No power outages in cold weather.
yeah,
No,
no power outage, cold weather at all.
no, no.
Keep warm. Always stay warm. But as I'm looking at it closer, I don't know if this is supposed to be it's almost like a blur to me because it looks like it could easily be facing, there's the eyes and facing directly at the camera.
And then it could
But,
be looking down.
yeah, like right here, you see the eyes are kind of angling down. You know what I mean?
Whoa, that is weird.
So I'm like, did we catch a blur of something when they did this? I discount this area right here, obviously. This is obvious glare.
Right.
But I can't, that looks like hair and head back there. I can't tell which
That is weird because you're right,
Yeah.
Randy. If you're looking at it one way, it's looking at you, and if you're looking at it another way, it's looking down.
Yeah. So this looks like a shoulder right over here, even though this glare might be kind of interfering with it. That kind of looks like a shoulder, and I can't really tell if there's a neckline of a shirt or dress either right here that I happen to be seeing.
All right. Well, let's zoom in on that and take a look at it because
Okay.
I will say, when I
Grounded is
first looked
disallowed.
at this picture, I thought it was looking down, but now it's looking it's looking at me.
Yeah, you see
isn't
this
that
right here,
wild?
and then this part right here. It's like two faces at the same time there,
Yeah, I see like a little face growing off would be the left shoulder. Then I see a dude with a nose and a mustache over the lips in the center.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, maybe it isn't necessarily in mid manifestation or a blur, like Rob's saying. Maybe it's two distinct entities.
Maybe the one is not. Maybe the one maybe looking down is not a spirit, that it's a living and breathing human, and the other one is the face that they're seeing.
I tell you what, yeah, that little face on the left shoulder would be. It looks like a dude smiling. I can see the teeth. Looks like he's wearing a hat. The little one, right to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Right
there.
here?
Yeah,
To
me it looks like a female. To me, it looks like a female.
A femur.
Female.
Oh, okay, maybe. Well, maybe.
Because now, Rob, when you disallow this part over here, if you look at this right here, it looks like a face looking straight on at you too.
Yeah,
It?
it does. No, it does. With like a Daniel Boone like hat on top with a little.
Yeah, I thought that was
okay. Freaky Geek brought up something that is very possible: double exposure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you back it up, does that white little splotch look like, I don't know, a cup,
blur?
Fountain cup with a straw in it?
Oh, I see a straw.
Could, yeah.
Oh, wow,
Very well could.
Could this be a double exposure? Yes.
I think
it very well could be.
Very well.
Like I said, I don't have any info on it at all. When it was taken, how it was taken. It tends to look more like film when you zoom in.
or just an overexposure even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards
why would it be right there though? That's what I don't get. Why would it be right there?
If it's a double exposure, it's whatever was on the previous picture or the picture after it, whatever it is.
Yeah, and it's causing that phantom effect is what it's doing.
Yes.
Gotcha. I could possibly see that because I wonder if we could see if it really, because it does distort. This does distort coming down.
Yeah.
See the black gets hit a little bit there.
Yeah, and it's translucent, so it is really not in the picture. It's not part of the natural picture.
And I just immediately took it for glare. That's all I immediately.
But does it not look like a fountain cup with a straw?
Yeah, it does. I see the straw coming out. Now the question is though, I still don't know when this was done, and what? Yeah, I can't tell you. If
You know, you guys know me. I always have these weird questions, but I never in my lifetime have taken a picture of a person pulling up in my driveway. I've never taken a picture of them in their car. I don't think in my life. That's kind of to me odd.
yeah,
Oh, I've done
Okay.
that.
You've done that, Brandy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I sure have done it. It's like they're not looking at me. I'm going to take a picture of them anyway.
Oh, well, yeah. I get. Okay.
Okay. So here's my thoughts on this picture and what it is. Okay.
Mhm.
It looks to be either a van, which that's my first take.
yeah. I'm
Um,
thinking camper van.
Or
exactly.
conversion,
Right.
either one.
and it looks like it's taken on a back road or out in the woods.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing it was a family that was camping. Here's a possible scenario. Somebody gets scared of a bug, some little girl gets scared of a bug or something like that and goes and won't get out of the truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And they're taking a picture of her going, see, she's hiding in the truck.
Yep.
Or she
Yeah.
heard something, scared, something like that. Or
Right.
she's throwing a tantrum and see, we're going to show you what you look like.
Oh,
That-
yeah,
that's-
whatever the reason. I mean, they could have
Yeah.
the reason for taking the photo.
Mm.
But I don't know. I'm going to lean towards a double exposure on this one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Due to the fact is,
Makes more sense now.
Well,
that
I-
you mention it.
yeah.
What I
And
can't.
and by the looks of the vehicle, it's not new by any means. It's not
No.
new.
We're taking.
No,
I'm
that's
thinking
the-
mid 70s, early 80s.
Well, you know what I can't make it about the vehicle because the way you guys have been speaking, you think it might be a big van, but you see how it's all nice and bright white down on the hood and up
Mhm.
where the window starts. Then
Mhm.
you got that double layer, that gray and then that light gray above
Mhm.
that. That looks
Right
like
here?
he's driving. Yeah, it looks like he's driving under something. I don't even think that's a part of the van. Do you guys?
I think they're
it's
under trees. Look at
cab
the shadows on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
But-
think this is
I think
cab
they're
over.
pulled up in the campsite or something.
Oh, it
Yeah.
could be a
That's
camper.
okay.
It could be
Yeah.
a camper popped on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
plopped
Yep.
on top. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but it could be. I mean, there's many. Again, I don't think that this one is paranormal.
I'm with you.
I think they're
I'm with
just
you on the
trying to
double
make.
exposure.
Yeah, it's a double exposure. Yeah.
Because I mean, you look at it now that you look at it back and you look and you're saying, okay, well, you can understand why somebody would throw that out there immediately and think that though.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Think that, hey, we just caught something here that we can't explain. Well, they didn't think of it. Somebody saw it online and they're the ones that said, hey, that's something we can't explain. Let's throw it out there.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I'm going with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
My hat just said I'm just leaving.
See ya. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
All right. So,
But I mean, again, that is kind of cool though, how the way that it's laid out, it's like it's either looking down or looking towards you.
yeah,
That is what I found really cool about that
Yeah.
photo.
And that's what pareidolia will do.
Mhm.
exactly. Yep, sure will. Now, earlier, Pops was out there talking about he wanted a black circle. For whatever reason, just to be hateful and mean, he wanted a black circle. See,
Black circle.
mine even ran off the back of my head because it didn't want to deal with the black circle. He likes red circles. It didn't like the black circle thing. But, Pops, this is just for you.
Black circle.
Oh, I like a cemetery.
We aim to please.
Yes. I take care of everybody. All right. We know we're in a cemetery. That's all I know.
Okay, yeah, we see the trees, we see the headstones.
Yep.
We see the infamous black circle.
Yes, we do.
Okay, now this one actually had a fairly decent little write-up with it. I'm going to read you exactly what it says here.
Okay.
Ghostly figure caught on camera in St. James Cemetery behind Liverpool Cathedral. Could be that a 17th century soldier. It was claimed in 2018. The eerie shape was seen hovering between headstones and was captured by a ghost hunter while they were on a walk around the haunted burial ground. in the picture taken by a lady named Louisa Farrell. The spooky sight appears to be wearing plate armor, and I'll zoom in a minute. We can figure this out, and it dates back to the Civil War era. Okay, this is where I started sitting up and going, really? Okay, it dates back to the Civil War era. The armor, which would have covered the chest, arms, and which was elbow protectors, was widely used by most armies until the 17th century for both foot and mounted troops. Many soldiers in the historic period would wear blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, first of all, and let you get a little bit closer look. Then I'm going to ask, why would we have Civil War soldiers in Liverpool, England?
They had their own Civil War.
How many?
I don't know.
But they never referred to any of them as Civil Wars, though.
No.
So that tells me the write-up was most likely a little bogus right off the bat. Somebody just wrote something. And then they mentioned it was 17th century. Obviously, our Civil War wasn't in the 17th century.
And they wouldn't have been wearing armor.
No.
And it wouldn't have been in Liverpool.
No.
Armor would have been like, way back when.
17th century. You're talking the 1600s then. Okay.
It looks like it's wearing a helmet, a tunic, and chainmail.
That's what it looks like to me.
Kind of looks like almost like a Knights Templar, maybe, without the cross in front.
Maybe. Yeah,
Or
maybe.
knight in general.
Yeah, you're right about that, Randy. That's what that looks like to me. I mean, it looks like the whole garb, the way they would have wore it without the cross.
Well, it doesn't have to be a Knights Templar. It should just be a King's Guard.
Yeah, just King's Guard. I'm just saying, but that was the basic dress. What everybody envisions and sees the Knights Templar. Nowadays they put them on TVs and all that stuff. That's what they envisioned. That's kind of what this looks like, and it could have been a Knights of any.
It could be any knight from any realm or era.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It could have been a knight of a triangle table, the oval table, whatever. Yeah.
I kind of like the octagonal table personally.
Okay.
That way they can stumble over saying that.
Cool Hand says from the 100 Years' War. I never heard of that, to be honest.
Was that? Yeah.
The
100 Years' War. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been around the same time. So. But, I mean, quite frankly, I know you could see that there, and it was a ghost hunter that caught it. They were on a walkabout. I wouldn't have noticed that until I got home and really examined the picture, honestly. I would have had to sit down and really look for that image, just judging from that picture right there.
So do you think that sometimes when we look at evidence or pictures like these and we're trying to find things within this picture that maybe they stared at it too long and that they wrap their head around this idea and said, okay, this is what it looks like to me, and it could have been pareidolia. Yeah.
Now, do I think it's pareidolia? Most likely. But as I'm looking at it, and if that black circle wasn't there, and I just looked at it like that, I could see where somebody would zoom in on it. You know what I mean? They zone in on that particular spot.
Well, let's look at it. Look at it again.
Okay.
I mean, could it have been? I'm just saying. Hear me out. Could it have been a statue in the background?
Mm-hmm.
That was my first thought too.
For sure,
because it's just outside of their flash range, or because it looks like a flash picture is what it looks like. So it could have been just outside that flash range over there,
and they could have been picking this up.
Exactly. Now here's where I had the issue again. It had a good write-up and everything with it. Why are you not telling me what they did after they picked it? If they saw this, did they not go back and double check what was there? If you're a ghost hunter, that's the first thing you should have done.
Right. But, that's also our 3-picture scenario that we always talk about. We always talk about 3 at least.
Yeah. In rapid succession.
If you think you see something, take as many pictures as you can until you can't see it anymore. But if you don't see anything and just want to take a picture, then it's always 3.
Yeah.
But to me, that looks like a statue that's kind of hanging out in the background.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Either the statue or a grave marker, another grave marker.
Could be.
I spell symbol.
Huh?
I spell
Symbol?
symbol.
SYMBOL.
SYMBLE. Symbol.
BOL.
Boom, boom.
Don't kill me.
Okay. Okay.
Is that a fun one to finish it with?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, do we have another one back there? Do we
Oh,
have another one? I mean, we got to end on something here. I mean, this
yeah,
is okay. Give me one more. Give me one more.
You know
Let's
what?
look at one more.
I'm gonna get a little bit. Bear with me for a couple of seconds here, because I'm gonna find something here for us real quick. And me and you have looked at it, Brandy. These two guys haven't, though. I do not
Okay.
believe.
I love this.
I think it was me, you, and Donnie on that show that time that had this one. But I got to make sure I find it here.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe some of the people in chat have seen it, or but this is awesome to show this to somebody else.
Yeah,
I don't know what
100%.
it is yet.
You will recognize it. It's the one we were absolutely flabbergasted at when we actually played the actual video. In fact, we do it like this right here. Probably the easiest way to do it is for me to.
I think Tex was in on this one.
Was he?
Yeah, but we'll just show the thing in real. We'll just show it again because I love this one. This is like
Yeah, you figured out which one I'm talking about, huh?
Yes, it is absolutely one of my most favorite pieces of evidence I've ever seen. It's my favorite.
Oh, now you got me looking forward to this.
There we go. And let me make it full
And everybody
screen.
in chat should know this one, but it is absolutely outstanding.
Really?
Yeah, because we spent 30 minutes on this thing.
If not
Easily.
more. We multiple times. It wasn't just once. We kept going back to it and going back to it because it is, to me, it's like wow.
Yeah. So here we go.
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Oh my god! What the hell?
Now, as background there for you, Rob, there was nobody in that area. They have CCTV on the back side of that door as well, and there was nobody there.
Isn't that wild?
Oh my god!
You
That was
see the
one of the-
doors open. You clearly see the person coming out. You see them in period clothing. I am like, wow. That
Looks like
is
it looks like a monk's robe to me.
Yeah. Or when we talked about Hampton Court right there, we knew it was a stronghold of Henry VIII. Henry VIII stayed there a bunch. And the way that door was kicked open kind of gives you the vibes of Henry VIII kicking that thing open, saying, what the heck? You know what is going on?
So
just the
this
whole vibe of the thing. Yeah.
So this camera was positioned on top of the roof.
Yeah.
Angled
It's
down.
Well, it's on the-
CCTV. So they
Yep.
watch for people, people who
Did you have the,
vandalize and try to break in.
Did you have the close up really quick on that, or play that one more time?
All
That
right,
is
keep it going
crazy.
here.
It's not even.
Just
It's
a little-
almost physical. It puts his hand
When
on
we
the door
first-
and closes it.
When we first saw this, we saw that right there. That picture right
Yeah.
there was what I found out on the internet. Okay. That's all I could find. And then I stumbled upon the actual video footage, and I was like, and like I said, when you go to that site there, it gives it to you at the end. They quite frankly state there is a hallway cameras behind that figure right there
Yeah.
on that back wall, and there's nothing on them at the same time.
Wow.
There's nothing caught at all.
Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy.
Yep. This
Oh,
is like one of my tops.
You know what I like? You just and even
What do you got?
and at the end of that, if you go back a couple frames, okay, the door opens. Now, when he goes to play it, and then when he goes to start to close it, hang on. Well, when you get there,
Well, you got to remember this is the old style CCTVs too. They're only They're every second or 2 seconds or whatever that they snap the pictures.
Okay.
So,
Stop. Oh,
Oh, back up. Right when
here?
you see his full body on.
when a full body, and he goes right before he goes to close the door. When it starts to close, if you could stop it there. Okay, he's gonna come forward in a minute. Comes forward. Okay, comes forward. Creepy. Obviously.
And the one door shuts.
The one on the
There.
right there. Stop. See, he's got his hand, and as she shuts the door with that, almost like a physical. It physically reaches over and shuts it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As he's looking out at something.
And he's looking.
Yeah.
That's like That's like wow. And the thing that you said, there's no video footage in the back.
No.
So you can't say it's a person dressed up in
They can see the door opening. I think the article read the door open, but there was
nobody there.
Nobody there.
Holy cow.
So, I mean, like I said, this was one of my favorites that we found that literally we backed it up almost like the Gettysburg one we found. We were actually able to find stuff to back it up, and I was like,
I mean, it would have been cool to watch the other part of that CCTV video where you could see the doors opening in the same manner, the same way, but nobody was there. That would have been like perfect.
I'm getting like vibes of I don't want to say Grim Reaper, like a Hatchman or something back in the day,
Executioner.
Yeah, better word.
Could be.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we were saying it too originally. We thought it was a monk. We thought it was some sort of monk at first.
Mm-hmm.
But then we seen the hair. There's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was glad they did this part and actually zoomed in on it to show you in slower motion.
Yeah, look at that.
That right there. Boom.
Yeah.
And then he backs away, kicks that door, closes them. Done.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's like, man,
that's something. I like that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I like that.
I was like, wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's a couple pieces of evidence that I could keep watching over and over and over and over, and that's one of them right there. The other one is the one from Gettysburg. That's the other one. But I'm telling you, these videos.
I would love to see the footage from the camera in the hallway.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's if they had that just to back up the full motion of what door came open first, then the other door came open first, and they didn't have any visual of anything there.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic.
If I could have found that one, I would have put it with it because it was like, that would just be the corroboration. You could put them up side by side and let them go through and show at the exact same moment,
Yeah, and who's to say they ever put it out there? I mean, it's been over 20 years. It might even be gone. Or if they were smart, they put it in an archive.
That's probably what they did. And I mean, they may have even released it to somebody for that particular article.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just nobody put it on the internet. Let's put it that way. I'm assuming these guys that wrote the article sat there and watched it for themselves before they put their name on the article.
Yeah, the only thing that could possibly be done is, perhaps try to contact them by email, or not the person who put it out, but the actual place that it happened at, and see if they have that archived. Because it would be cool to see the original and to see the inside the corridor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have been
great to see it.
Yeah. So, yeah. But as it stands, that's wow. That's wow. I can't even say it. It's just great evidence.
It is pretty nice. It's sweet.
And
very
Mojo, I never actually paid attention to see an actual big bloom. It looked like it came up as a robe to me. Yeah. So I didn't pay enough of attention to see what kind of collar it was on it. I mean, it still looked period piece no matter what. It was you know, the medieval times.
And it could have a little plume collar on it. It's very hard to tell. And it could be absolutely.
So I just figured we'd end on a high note on that one.
No, that was
Yeah.
great. Thanks. I'm glad
I love
seen
that one.
I'm glad you showed that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's been over 20 years since they caught that, but man,
yeah, it's still cool. Still cool to look
Yeah.
at. So
absolutely.
Really, the stuff from 20, 30 years ago is the best as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
well, yeah, and that's why that CCTV, when they set that up, that's that old school CCTV. We're talking about the old school
And that's like
security
actual film.
film. Yeah, it most likely went to a VCR or a DVD, one of the two.
Well, yeah, you got
And
copies.
PCR probably.
that's why you have that three, boom, you got picture, second picture, second picture, second picture. There wasn't a continuous stream. They didn't have that back then. Well, they probably did, but they didn't have it on that one. How's that?
Right. But anyway, that's always a good note to end on. It's it's fantastic.
Lots of fun, and I am going to push it next week. Oh, what do we got tomorrow?
Tex is tomorrow's Monday, right? Tex has got the
Monday.
I've got Josh on the front porch tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
Brian
Josh.
Bowden scheduled in there, so you might as well change that, push him down. I don't know. That's why I just saw that earlier.
Yeah.
What?
On your calendar, it says Brian Bowden. I looked in the calendar because I put shit in there. Or excuse me, I put some people in there, and I saw Tex had
just don't do it on your channels.
Yeah, and that I had the little slip at the beginning of the show because my dog decided that it was going to try to tackle me like a linebacker.
That's what weenie dogs do, though. That's half the fun of having one.
Because I did not hear him. He, as everybody saw, he come running here and hit my leg, and I just was like, "Whoa!" And I slipped a little cuss word.
So, what do you got on Tuesday there, Rob?
Tuesday, I got Robbie G from Space Out Radio talking about all these
cool.
weird experiences in the paranormal,
Nice.
the afterlife, which will be cool to hear what he has to say. He's got a cool video he sent me about in his apartment about a door opening from a closet and a shadow person emerges.
Oh, is he going to let you show it? You're going to get to see it?
It's pretty creepy. I don't know. Well, I've got it. I'm coaxing him into letting me show it.
Show it. Yeah.
I
As long as it's from his camera, obviously. It's from his phone, so it won't be copyrighted on. So I said, yeah, give me that son of a gun.
Yeah,
right.
That one. You know what I mean?
Right.
And let's see, what do we got Wednesday? I think we were talking to I was talking to Donnie and Paul last night. I think we're doing the paranormal kryptonite.
Well, you know what though? That's what we'll call it for right now. But if I can get that special guest that we were talking about, if I can get that special guest for Wednesday, it might be a little different.
Yes, we will adjust.
We will adjust.
There's an old saying. It's called Semper Gumby, always flexible.
There you go. There you go.
All right, so I guess we're going to end on that, and I'm going to actually go get me some roast and actually have some food. So,
all right. Well, all right then. Fine. Okay.
I'm going to.
A really quick text before you go. Are you on some other show tonight with Josh and some other dude? Are you on a show tonight?
Yeah, Paranormal Soup at 10 Central.
That's
I think
late at night.
Paranormal Soup.
Paranormal Soup. Okay, cool.
I'll have to watch the replay. I'll be sleeping by then, but have a great show.
We know you will, Brando. We know you'll be sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll be knocked out. Just
Randy,
Bye, everybody. See you next Sunday.
You guys had a great show. I liked it. All right, bye.
I got the